First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Smith catches left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On the ground, Kamara. And he's got room. Past the 20. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lux with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Luck throwing on target to Campbell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Luck now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Luck. Caught left side by Funchess. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Ooh, the juke. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. Touchdown. Number 15 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but they're first. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Out of the gun. Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
He's going to field this at the 4. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now Brees. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Brees. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Bravo! Mike, 53, Mike. Check! Check, 53!
Shotgun now for Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Brees to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Ready? Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go one more.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Kill. Bang, bang. Kill. Sponge. No. Tighten up. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake. Brees. Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Luck gives this one off to Mack. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The ball carrier. The stop by Marcus Davenport. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. Luck now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now Luck defers to Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Play action. It's Luck. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And some room to work. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Tight end right.
On first down, it's Long. It's caught by Funchess. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin And now it's second down.
Let's go back.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This is Murray.
His 13th NFL season now. Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017. Just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, it's Brees. And Ginn's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Brees to another long-time vet, Ginn for the New Orleans first. Brees now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. All day, every day. 5'9". 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Brees into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Dang, don't throw this way. Ready, 95-56, 95-56. Check. Over. Kill.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brees. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
25 yards that time. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
He's checking. Crash.
On 2nd and 2, Luck, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Here's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll put it in the hands of their playmaker again. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, Just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing is Love. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Love. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Hill. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze. It's caught. Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dwayne Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hill. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Hill one more time. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
24. Check, 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 check. Check 24, check 24. Check your hot read. X3, 22. Out he goes.
On second down, Washington. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. 66, pull it, half, 52.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready, 60 outlaw. Like 5-4. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On first, here's Washington. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Under crunch.
Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Houston racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Mack. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Check out. 380. 65, 65. 65.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pulled in at the 24. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They run with Washington. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the second-round pick, Eric McCoy from Texas A&M. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be a runner.
There goes Jeremy Hill. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Bridgewater now from the 50. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a run with Mack. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They begin the drive with Hill. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running it, Washington. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
11B. Here we go, here we go.
To throw is Love. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll run here with Mack. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 48 yards. On 1st down, it's Washington. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard.